Hi, Mom. Did that help?
The shutter?
No.
The seal?
My fingers.
No, your fingers definitely did not help.
Okay. Sorry. I thought I was pointing at Samunga.
That nap's so confusing. Too many words on it. Yeah, I don't think I can get it.
Now, if you can give me a picture of that, I can go and take all my words off there.
Alaska often leads the nation in statistics. We have the highest rates of suicide in the nation for Native Americans. We also lead the nation in alcoholism and substance abuse, even in smoking. On the Yukon Kuskokwim Delta, there are other statistics that are quite disturbing. For instance, did you know that less than half of the Native people in that area reach the age of 44? It's true. But there's an exciting new project underway right now, taking place, its origin in Bethel, Alaska. The Yukon Kuskokwim Health Corporation is introducing an exciting new project to southwestern Alaska. This area of Alaska is unique in many respects. The Native people here number the largest indigenous groups in the state of Alaska. They are unique among the Native people, as they also lead the state of Alaska in other numbers, like speaking their native tongues. A people who are like foreigners in their own country, a different language, and different ways. Living in two worlds has taken its toll on the people of this area and of Alaska. Emotional problems affect 1 in every 5 young people in this state at any given time. 1 in 10 Alaskan young people experience emotional problems so severe that their function is impaired. Alaska's teen suicide rate is the 4th highest in the nation, and the rate of fetal alcohol syndrome for the Yukon Kuskokwim Delta region exceeds the state average of 4.3 per 1,000 births. Living in two worlds has indeed taken its toll. But the YKHC, the Yukon Kuskokwim Health Corporation, has developed a mental health project to facilitate healing by people working together.
The entire region is comparable to the size of South Dakota. We have 56 villages, and it's a fairly large region.
We had one social worker dedicated to children's mental health services total for the entire YK Delta. And then the Residential Diagnostic and Treatment Center opened in late 1995, and I came here to develop that and get it up and going in 1996. And as I began working with children from all over the Delta that were in crisis, I began getting overwhelmed with the amount of the problem and the number of kids that were having to come into the RDT program, having to go to Anchorage for hospitalization, and then the realization that when they came to us and then they went back to the village, there wasn't really anything for them.
The new system of care is an exciting, innovative one in which the client takes an active part in their own care, even directing it.
The wraparound concept is a process by which families are served, families that have multiple needs. It's a process that is family-centered and strength-based. That means that the family is the pretty much the boss of the team.
In a plan like this, I think the plan is to keep them in the communities with their families, and this is the biggest part of what YK is planning to do.
The strength comes from the community. It's family-based, and the strength is within the community that the families come from.
We have divided the 50 plus villages that we have in the Delta into 8 teams. Each team has anywhere from 5 to 6 villages according to number of people that live in each village. Each team has a core team of 4 members. We have an elder who is a guide and advisor. We have a family advocate who is a parent who has experienced similar situations. So it's somebody that can relate to what the family is going through at that moment.
We were able to build on the child's strength, which helped the community, the schools, the teachers, the caregivers to understand this child's disability and how he, and just be there for support. Sometimes we just gather and just sit and have coffee and just think of ways like how to better the child's life and school life and community life.
One of the biggest components that I see in this team is a family advocate as well as the elder. Family advocates in the past have not existed in this system, and we wanted families to feel understood and guided by other families that have gone through the similar situations. This to us is very exciting. We have hired the family advocates, and we're in the process of training at this time to help guide the families through the many agencies that they have to navigate to receive services. We see them as a bridge between the agencies and the families. The elders, of course, provide the wisdom.
I'm a single parent, and it was kind of hard for me to raise my 2 boys. In my village, there's a parenting needs. I can see it by watching other children. So as I need that parenting need. It helped my kids here. What I'm seeing right now is that our elders here on the surrounding of our villages and cities, they're slowly fading away with their good sayings. The way of living is slowly fading away. And a number of people I know out there agrees with me, and we need to bring that out again to make our kids be better kids like we want them to be.
Because there's so much that our children need. There's voices out there that we can listen to but we don't hear. And those children that are unheard need to be addressed, heard. They need a lot of assistance.
Take my time, because it's not going to run away till I finish it. And I'm very glad that I was sent to this family retreat to listen, to learn what I have, what I had or what I have not been using toward my children, myself, and other people. We can have people sit around together and talk about problems, bad and good, and that will help also the community.
Since I attended prior retreats in St. Mary's, I sort of expected like a religious retreat, but I found out this was a completely different family retreat. Because during our other retreats, when we have retreats in St. Mary's, most often children weren't included.
In the old days, they used to talk to their children, their younger boys in steam houses, and young girls in a different group with women. Now we don't have enough steam house to put all our children together and talk to them. Our kids get out of control. Our people get out of control. We need something to keep them together. It was kind of hard for me to raise my two boys, but going to this family retreat, I have found tools. I gained a lot of tools to how to raise my children a better way. From these presentations that were given out by other people from downstage and whatnot, they were very helpful. They have made me see that I am not alone. There are a lot of people out there who are having problems.
And we found out that, there's ways that we could help them and ways that we could deal with them, patient sort of way.
I see a lot of difference, a lot of good things. They're making better choices. From what I have learned from that family retreat, from their saying, from the elders I listened to, I use them toward my children. Instead of hollering at my children, I talk to them, sit them down. My youngest boy, Dwayne, is doing much better in school from the tools I have learned from a family retreat. Even though it was here in a village, I was kind of afraid to go out and ask for it, but from this family retreat, it was given to me for me to listen to in my ears and passed on to my children.
They give advice out of their own experience. They don't just talk out. They speak out of their own and from right inside themselves.
From these presentations, I have learned something to help myself and my children grow, live a better life.
My position as a family advocate is probably new, and how it would help would be, in my opinion, bring it closer to the families in the communities.
Just being there to listen sometimes, there's times I'll be in the laundromat and people in TVAC know that I'm a family advocate. They'll come up and just ask me a question about, different things that aren't even for, special needs children. As it gives the families a person they can go to when they're feeling overwhelmed, someone that'll just listen to them, someone that will kind of has an understanding of what they're actually going through. And my experiences working with families, there was this child that was very withdrawn, depressed, and the mother didn't know what to do, where to go to, and so I introduced this family to the People Working Together project, and got the resources that they needed to get services, provide services for them. And just looking at the child now, you can see the sparkle in her eyes. You can just see the change in her. And she's told me, she made the comment to me that, wow, I feel like my old self again. And that really just made me feel like this is working, this program is going to work. And I felt so good about it, being part of this program.
Our children are very important. They are our generation. I gained tools to raise my kids.
After the children have had treatment in the community, they don't have to go out of town or out of their hometown to get reevaluated. It's done at home with the help that's already available there. And their friends and whomever that they want to work with is there. The friends, the counselor, the advocate.
the service plan is based on their strengths. So in the past, a typical service plan focused on the problems of the child, and this is something that we have done for many, many years. And this new process focuses on what are the strengths of the family and the child, what are the good things that are going on in the family, and how can we work based on those strengths to help the family overcome the difficulties that they're experiencing at the time.
What I believe is that it will help the children today in a long run, because our children will not always be small, and they're gonna grow up to be adults someday, God's willing.
On the YK Delta, the hard winter ice is beginning to soften, and new growth is emerging. The Yukon Kuskokwim Health Corporation's People Working Together team is getting ready for the next retreat. It, too, is like a spring flower, filled with new life and the hope of a new day.
These family retreat meeting programs need to be spread out, because just by helping me and my children here can help everybody else out there who needs help and who seeks help, and it can grow.
The next People Working Together retreat takes place in St. Mary's, Alaska, and those dates are from July 30th to August 3rd. The phone number to call for more information is 1-800-478-2642, extension 6100. We'll be back with more Heartbeat Alaska right after this. If you have news and information, give us a call here in Heartbeat, Alaska, 1-907-563-7440, and please visit our website at jeanniegreen.com and email us, please, at jeanniegreen@ak.net. Let's rock and roll now with music videos.
I would like to introduce to you Priscilla Coolidge, Laura Satterfield, and Rita Coolidge.
When they are crazy horse riding through the Badlands. He was wild and brave and free. I swear I heard the cries of the innocent victims in the wind and wounded knee. And there's a trail of tears we could follow. Can you hear the footsteps of the Cherokee? It's a trail of broken promises. Will you walk this trail with me? We can find America down the trail of freedom. Walk the way of my fathers from sea to sea. Oh, can you find America? Hear the drums of freedom. Gonna find it together. Walk this trail. Walk the trail with me. I felt the Chippewa wind off Lake Michigan on a cold Chicago day. I heard the thunder roll for the Seminole way down in the Everglades, and I've seen it in the beauty.
Thank you so much for joining us for another Heartbeat Alaska. I hope you loved this program as much as we love putting it on for you. If you have any news that you'd like to share, please give us a call, 1-907-563-7440. I really appreciate the emails as well. God bless every single one of you. Remember, you are loved. We'll see you again next week.
Love is always on your mind. Go too fast, know you gotta take your time. You can't change